Well, hey, to all you cool cats and kittens, this is obviously your host, Mr. Hi. And don't worry, I am not trying to interrupt your show. This is just a teaser, a trailer, to talk about my show, The Anytime Show. Have you seen it yet? I hope so. If not, what are you waiting for? Go on and find my show, The Anytime Show with Mr. Hi. See you all soon. And subscribed. Hey, are you listening to me? You better have subscribed to my channel, youtube.com/Hollywood Insider TV. Yep. Fact-checked series, Leonardo DiCaprio, and 32 things you might not know about the legendary Hollywood star. Leonardo DiCaprio has been stealing hearts and making big industry moves since the 90s. With such a long and successful career, it's hard not to want to know everything there is to know about the seasoned Hollywood star. Leo is a multifaceted man with a great passion for acting, producing, and in more recent years, environmental activism. Titanic, The Wolf of Wall Street, The Revenant. DiCaprio has been a part of so many iconic and moving projects and continues to truly dominate the entertainment industry as one of the most admired stars. Here are 32 facts you may not have known about this superstar. Fact 1. How he got his name. Leo's full name is Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio. In an interview with NPR, the star recounted that his mother gave him the name because one day she was at the Uffizi Gallery in Florence admiring a Leonardo da Vinci painting when he began to kick. The star said,
"And my father took that as a sign, and I suppose DiCaprio wasn't that far off from Da Vinci, and
so my dad, being the artist that he is, said that's our boy's name." Fact 2. A potential name change. It's hard to imagine the mega star with a different name, but once upon a time when DiCaprio was 11, an agent suggested that he change his name to Lenny Williams to sound more American. Luckily, he decided against it and kept his birth name. Fact 3. He is Hollywood through and through. Leonardo DiCaprio was born in Los Angeles. Fact 4. DiCaprio's Oscar nominations. It's common knowledge that DiCaprio has given Oscar-worthy performances for years. However, his very first Oscar nomination was for his role in What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Johnny Depp in 1993. He was just 19 at the time, and though he didn't snag the win, it was an unforgettable performance that really put DiCaprio on the map. Fact 5. The famous line. Leonardo DiCaprio was a heartthrob among many when Titanic came out in 1997. One of the most memorable and iconic lines from that movie is when DiCaprio's character, Jack, shouts, "I'm the king of the world!" Something not everyone knows about this particular scene is that DiCaprio actually ad-libbed that line. Who knew one of his spontaneous acting choices would become one of the most famous movie lines to date. Fact 6. A special attachment. DiCaprio has been in so many wonderful films, it's hard to choose a favorite. When he himself was asked this very question, he told Parade that he felt there were two films of his that stood out, The Aviator and The Wolf of Wall Street. He said, "They are projects from my production company that I put together from my own steam, and so they have a special attachment to me."
After the crash of 2008, I became really obsessed with making this movie.
Fact 6. In a galaxy far, far away, once upon a time, George Lucas was looking for the perfect Anakin Skywalker for the Star Wars series. A little known fact is that Leonardo DiCaprio was up for the role. He met with Lucas, but ultimately felt he wasn't ready to take on the role. Instead, the part went to newcomer Hayden Christensen. Fact 8. He once pranked Jonah Hill. Celebrities are pretty used to being noticed by enthusiastic fans in the street. But being noticed by Leonardo DiCaprio is a whole new ballgame. Back in 2016, Jonah Hill was walking around New York City when DiCaprio spotted him and ran up to him with his phone out like a crazed fan. Hill was caught off guard but ultimately caught on that it was his friend and co-star trying to scare him. Fact 9. Quentin Tarantino is a huge Leonardo DiCaprio fan. After DiCaprio finally received his well-deserved first Oscar for The Revenant, he was the talk of the town. That was 2016, and after that, DiCaprio was expected to be in a ton of new projects. However, he laid low, and his first role after was in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. In an interview, Tarantino said he is one of the most, if not the most, talented actors of his generation, and the most naturally gifted actor I've ever worked with. I think we can all agree with him on that. Fact 10. Things in Hollywood take time. Two of DiCaprio's films, The Aviator and The Wolf of Wall Street, were an incredible display of his raw talent. Both films were done with Martin Scorsese and huge successes, but they most certainly did not happen overnight. In an interview with Deadline, DiCaprio said, "I held on to those two forever, man. It was, I think, an 8 to 9 year process to get Aviator up and running through the different drafts and then finally get Marty on board." Fact 11. His breakout role. DiCaprio had roles in television for a little while, but he really got his big break when he landed the lead role in This Boy's Life. DiCaprio thought he butchered his audition for the film, but it was Robert De Niro who really saw DiCaprio's potential and gave him the chance to star in the film. Fact 12. Leo is an environmentalist. Back in 1998, DiCaprio started the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, which was started in the hopes to make protecting Earth's last wild places its mission. He especially feels gravitated toward helping the world's endangered species. His Instagram is dedicated to getting the word out about endangered species and other global issues. He also co-founded the Earth Alliance, a new organization started to help address the threats that our planet's life support systems are facing.
And the billions of others around the world who want to solve our climate crisis.
Fact 13. He loves Meryl Streep. In his 2010 Esquire cover story, DiCaprio revealed some of the people in the industry who have inspired him. The pair worked together on Marvin's Room, and the actor was extremely impressed by the actress's poise and talent. He told the publication, "Meryl may be the greatest actor in the world." Fact 14. Almost a superhero. Leo was in talks for the role of the beloved Spider-Man 2002. However, he did not feel he was ready to take on the role, and instead it went to DiCaprio's good friend Tobey Maguire. Fact 15. The career that could have been. It's kind of hard to see one of the most famous movie stars on the planet doing something else. However, when he was younger, DiCaprio knew he either wanted to be an actor or a marine biologist. His acting career really took off, but he still has an inclination towards helping animals in and out of the water. Fact 16. Facing the worst while filming. DiCaprio's role in The Revenant is what earned the star an Oscar, but it wasn't all sunshine and butterflies while filming. In a Wired interview, DiCaprio revealed that the filming process was pretty rough. The worst part? DiCaprio says, "The hardest thing for me was getting in and out of frozen rivers, because I had elk skin on and a bear fur that weighed about 100 pounds when it got wet. Luckily, all that suffering paid off and the film was a huge success." Fact 17. His near-death experience. Leonardo DiCaprio is a bit of a daredevil. He told Wired that he was once doing a tandem skydive when not one but two chutes became tangled. Luckily, his diving partner could untangle the second. But at that point, they were going so fast, his partner told him they would most likely break their legs on the way down. Thankfully, no broken legs, but the pair did get pretty bruised up.
I do not recommend skydiving to anyone.
Fact 18. He is more than just an actor. Leo is pretty multifaceted. Among his many other titles is producer. The star has his own production company, Appian Way Productions. Fact 19. The first role. Although it was this boy's life that really launched Leonardo DiCaprio into the spotlight, it was not his first film role. His first film role was as Josh in Critters 3. Fact 20. A philanthropist at heart. Among his other charitable endeavors, Leonardo DiCaprio serves on the board of directors for the World Wildlife Fund. He is a constant supporter of the organization on his social media and has been on many trips with them. Fact 21. DiCaprio is a film fan himself. In multiple interviews, DiCaprio has been asked what his favorite films are. One film that always makes his list is Taxi Driver, starring Robert De Niro. Fact 22. The Kraft Commercial. Before he was an A-list movie star with an unforgettable name, he was picking up any acting jobs coming his way. DiCaprio knew he wanted to be an actor from a very young age, so he started off by doing commercials. One of those just happened to be a Kraft cheese commercial, and he is just too cute. Fact 23. He bought an island. Besides acting, Leo's one great passion is helping to protect the environment. In an effort to bring philanthropy to luxury, DiCaprio bought an island in Belize called BLACKADORE, CAYE. He bought in to develop an eco-conscious resort on the land. The New York Times reported that a team of designers, scientists, engineers and landscape architects, some of whom have spent more than 18 months studying BLACKADORE CAYE, will monitor the resort's impact on its surroundings. The resort has not opened yet, but Leo and his team are hopeful that things will be moving very soon. Fact 24. Dedication to his craft. During a scene in Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained, DiCaprio slammed his hand into a table, hitting glass and cutting his hand. The actor displayed no reaction as the camera kept rolling, and he continued to deliver his lines with ease. The bloody accident even made it into the movie. Leo told The Hollywood Reporter, "My hand started really pouring blood all over the table. Maybe they thought it was done with special effects. I wanted to keep going. It was more interesting to watch Quentin's and Jamie's reaction off camera than to look at my hand." Fact 25. He had a rocky start with Marky Mark. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Mark Wahlberg told the story of Leonardo DiCaprio and himself not getting along when they first started out. Wahlberg remembers not being so nice to DiCaprio at a charity basketball event, and when Wahlberg came in to read for the Basketball Diaries, Leo was not too happy to be spending time with him. After reading together though, the pair let bygones be bygones and blossomed a genuine friendship.
Are we friends now? Yeah, we're friends, right, Mark?
Friends till the end.
Do you accept me as your friend?
Sure.
Thanks, pal.
Fact 26. A Teen Heartthrob. After Titanic received major award buzz, 20th Century Fox announced that an estimated 7% of all US teenage girls had seen the film twice. This was when the film was only released for a couple of weeks. I think it's safe to say that Leo was definitely making people all over swoon.
If it comes or if it goes, it's fine with me. I just want to keep growing as an actor and doing good work. That's my main objective.
Fact 27. When activism meets creativity. In 2007, a documentary titled The 11th Hour was released. DiCaprio helped to write and narrate the documentary. It showcases the status of our global environment and highlights ways in which humanity can help restore the planet. Fact 28. Game show. At age 16, young DiCaprio was a celebrity guest star on the game show Funhouse. Fact 29. DiCaprio's training. Leonardo was trained by gun coach to the stars Thel Reed. Reed has been training household names such as Leo, Brad Pitt, Steve McQueen and Russell Crowe. Fact 30. A generous man. In 1999, Leo and his family donated $35,000 to help fund a Los Feliz computer center. DiCaprio and family had been a part of the Los Feliz community for years, as they had lived there for several years. Along with his charitable projects, Leo has also financially supported tiger conservation parks in Chitwan, Nepal. Fact 31. Martin Scorsese admires DiCaprio's talent. This duo have been making movies together for years. They are one of the best director-actor duos Hollywood has ever seen. Why does Scorsese always seem to get Leo in his projects? He told The Hollywood Reporter, "A key thing about Leo, and I always tell him this, is he's a natural screen actor. He could have been in silent films. It's the look on his face, the look in his eyes. He doesn't have to say anything. it just reads and you can't connect with him. Not everybody is like that. Not many people can say that the legendary Martin Scorsese feels this way about them. Major compliment. Fact 32. DiCaprio's next project. Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese are teaming up again for a film titled Killers of the Flower Moon. The film is set to come out in 2021 and will revolve around the non-fiction book of the same title written by David Gran.
I feel incredibly lucky to work with somebody who I not only see as one of the great directors of our time.
Written by Rebecca Brightfellow. We at Hollywood Insider would like to show our continued support to Leonardo DiCaprio for his career, environmentalism, and personal happiness.